The Phillips Arena in Atlanta. It's the Atlanta Hawks and the Boston Celtics. Hi, I'm Marv Alvin, along with the czar, Mike Fratello. Here are the player introductions.
Starting at guard, Dickau. Starting at center, Dikembe Mutombo. Starting at the other guard, Jimmy Jackson. Starting at forward, Josh Smith. Starting at the other forward, Joe Johnson. The coach, Mike Woodson.
Atlanta gains control of the tip, and they look to get things started here. Garnett right up on his man. Johnson gets inside. No good. Try to adjust in midair, but just too much contact on the play.
Dickau was able to contest that shot and force the miss. We're seeing some nice defense from him right now.
Garnett is fouled by Johnson. He gets it to fall. Garnett sinks them both. Johnson pulls up. Dickau with the assist. Jackson challenges.
Smith made a smart defensive play, Marv.
You're right, Czar. Foul was the only way to stop him from scoring. Team foul number 2 picked up by the Hawks. Garnett sinks it from the line. 2 for 2. Perkins commits the foul, his first. Johnson makes his first. He hits both. Completely handcuffed by Dickau. Out of bounds, the loose ball last touched by the Celtics. Pierce getting inside position. Jackson commits the foul, his first. Pierce hits the free throw. He makes them both. Sets it up. Shot clock showing 4. Johnson stepped out of bounds. Misfires from downtown. Gets his hands on his first board of the game. James comes up with it.
And they run it back up court. A nice defensive stop that time, using his quick hands to get the steal.
Denied by Jackson. Down to 3. The Hawks cannot beat the 24. It's a shot clock violation.
That was not a good possession. Credit the defense for shutting them down.
Blocked by Jackson.
His timing was perfect. That was a spectacular block.
That should help energize his teammates at the defensive end. The Celtics are playing tight defense. Dickau is met by James. Five on the shot clock. 4 left on the clock. Johnson on the pull-up. It's off the mark. He had to let it go. Here's Pierce. No good from straight away.
Dickau extended himself there to force him into the difficult shot.
That's a 24-second violation.
They have to do a better job of executing their offensive sets.
Great hustle by the defense. Advances up court. Garnett with the notion to fire, comes up with 2.
The Celtics.
The Hawks.
Atlanta.
Dickau setting it up. The Celtics are stifling their opponents tonight. Johnson surrounded. No good from the perimeter. Perkins hustling it down. Setting it up. Smith with a nice block.
Interception. Beautiful play. He saw that pass all the way and stole it.
Joe Johnson with the emphatic dunk. James sets it up on the left side. The shot misses the 2. Pierce not able to answer at the other end. Kevin Garnett able to finish it strong.
That dunk is a reason why he's one of the most exciting players in the league. He's a tremendously gifted athlete.
Rejected by Pierce.
He knew exactly when to go for the block. Great anticipation.
Pierce stays on his feet. Johnson down to 4. He doesn't get the bucket. He had to get it off.
Defensive foul to number 55. Dikembe
Perkins is fouled, and he's being sent to the line. Makes the first.
The Hawks are at the limit.
He gathers in the miss. Pierce from point-blank range.
Joe Johnson. That's his second personal. Team foul. Number 5. The Hawks
They'll send him to the line. Good on the first. Two for 2. Nobody able to come up with that loose ball. The Hawks need to be more careful passing the ball.
They're lucky that pass didn't result in a turnover.
Clock's at 2. Johnson lost track of the clock and failed to put up a shot.
That must have been a frustrating possession. Great defensive pressure.
Puts down the one-hander.
Marquise Daniels. Atlanta.
Tight defense by James. Johnson tries the jumper, misfires from the baseline. Pierce challenged the 3 and made it difficult for the offensive player to connect.
Marv, that was an example of great perimeter defense.
Garnett is backing down his defender from the low block. He comes up with it. Finger roll doesn't drop. He serves up the facial. Dickau covered by James. The assist by Dickau lays it home. The Hawks are in the penalties, so the other team will make a trip to the line. It drops. He hits both. Jackson with no room to breathe. Perkins with the foul. That's his second personal, second team foul. First shot is good. Jackson gets them both. Blount checks into the action off the bench for the Celtics. James working from the right side. He crosses over.
Defensive
Mark, let's watch that one again.
Josh Smith.
James is fouled on the shot, and he is sent to the line. First one's no good. James tips it in for 2. Great timing on that play. Defended for the drive by James. Shot clock's at 5. Out of bounds off the glass. We're seeing some passing by Boston. Smith with the sound.
He gets it back. Nice job of playing the passing lane.
Joe Johnson, the strong finish. Blount goes to the back down. Blount throws it down. Well, we saw some weak positioning by Mutombo. He puts one up.
Johnson might be heating up here. That's 3 in a row. Look for his team to get him the ball on offense.
5 up, 5 up.
Pierce out of the crowd. The close one's no good. The Celtics not able to respond. Sets it up. 10 to put it up. Garnett knocks it away. James with the jumper.
He is a non-factor right now. He hasn't been able to hit from the floor.
2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Johnson needed a much better pass to complete the alley-oop. That was clearly not the result they were looking for.
Daniels at the basket. Ten seconds showing on the shot clock. He misses the layup. Boston is making a nice effort right now to keep the other team off the glass. Pierce, little room to move, comes up empty. Terrific defensive stop down low by Johnson. Misses from the perimeter. He didn't get the block, but prevented the basket anyway.
That's just good hustle to narrow the gap between himself and the shooter. He made it difficult.
Rejection. Pierce puts it up with the tomahawk. A spectacular finish. He changes direction. Pierce with the penetration. It's not surprising to see him at the line.
Pierce's athleticism creates a lot of problems for his defenders, and he's known around the league for getting a lot of trips to the charity stripe.
Pierce was hit on the... Leitner now entering the game for the Hawks.
32, Christian Leitner.
Pierce sinks them both. Just under 40 seconds to go in the quarter. Dickau with the ball. Leitner in traffic. What a pass.
Dickau with a beautiful alley-oop. They made eye contact, and he delivered it perfectly.
He got a piece of that pass. Oh, it's denied. Joe Johnson, about 12 seconds left on the clock. It doesn't drop for him. He got hit on that play, made the adjustment to get it off, and it just did not fall.
Joe Johnson.
Garnett from half court. Luck is on it. Well, as the first quarter draws to a close, the Hawks trail by 5.
There's no need to panic. We still have a long ways to go.
Enters the game for the first time tonight for the Celtics. Ball's passed around by the Celtics. The Hawks playing airtight defense. Pierce being guarded closely.
32.
Leitner commits the foul, his first.
His first personal team foul.
Pierce able to hit from the line. He makes them both. the paint. The shot erased by Garnett. Pierce bringing it up court. Jackson swats it away. One-hands it. The Hawks started the second with some nice play and have narrowed the gap here to 5.
5 up, 5 up.
James working from the middle. Here's LaFrance. Layup's good. Backing down. Jumper doesn't go. He bothered the shooter enough to force the miss. We're seeing some nice defense by Pierce. Loose ball, out of bounds. Dickau sets it up on the left side. Garnett is fouled and only charged to Leitner. Johnson with the foul. That's his third personal, second team foul.
For Atlanta, number 1, Josh Childress.
Garnett counted and the foul.
Pierce is showing some spectacular passing right now. The perfect delivery on that alley-oop.
Shooting 1 for the Boston Celtics, Kevin Garnett.
The Celtics able to take advantage of the three-point play.
Chris Crawford.
He sets up on the right. Crawford tries to answer at the other end. He had difficulty getting a good look. The defender played that pretty well.
He was right up on him, put a hand in his face, and forced the adjustment. Anytime a shooter adjusts mid-rhythm, the chances of him hitting it go way down.
Yes, he gets them some points off the mismatch.
I don't know how long the defense will want to stick with that matchup. Their defender isn't going to stop him from scoring.
He takes it inside. Yes, and he's hit on the play, and he'll go to the line for one more. Garnett should have fouled him harder and made sure he didn't score.
Now the offensive player has a chance to add one more from the line.
The Hawks able to add one more from the line for a three-point play. Seconds remaining on the shot clock. Pierce elevates. Jackson is all over his man. He's able to grab hold of the ball.
He's immovable in there once he establishes his position. He's so strong and so tough to get around.
No good from the right of the circle.
The Celtics are still very focused on getting every rebound at the defensive end.
Pierce guarded by Childress at the basket. The Celtics start the second with some solid play to extend their lead to 11. Dickau sets it up on the right side. Mutombo with the jump shot. The two's no good. Setting it up. Shot clock is down to 5.
They just missed completing a spectacular alley-oop. The pass was there, but they just couldn't come up with the finish.
Pierce making a defensive statement. Powers it through.
That's it, boys. Way to go. That's it.
34.
That's team foul number 2 on the Celtics.
Team foul.
Childress hits the free throw. 2 for 2. James sets it up near the middle. They are sharing the ball on the offensive end. Shoots from downtown. The 3 is off the mark. House practically hugging his man defensively. 5 on the shot clock. Here's Jackson. Misses from just inside the arc.
Did a tremendous job of converting a difficult play. Great pass and finish on the alley-oop.
Dickau with the ball. Backs him down. He shoots. The 2's no good. Crawford not able to answer at the other end. Oh, what a block! Dikembe Mutombo. James, unshakable, denies his man any entry to the key. In close and no good. Sets it up. Pierce being played by Childress. Only 5 left on the shot clock. He puts it up. Can't hit for 2. The rebound by Garnett. He won't be denied.
The Celtics are playing well and have their opponent looking baffled on defense.
A near turnover. Backcourt violation is called against the Hawks.
That was a careless play, Mark. There was very little pressure from the defense.
Childress with a tight-fisted defensive stand. Misses the 2. Pierce able to penetrate. Fires from downtown. The 3 doesn't go. Rebound number 1. Setting it up. Pulling up. Comes up empty. He has the upper hand in this matchup.
Picked him. The quick hands, able to strip it away.
Pierce working the post. Dickau sends him to the line with a smart play.
He made sure the offensive player didn't score.
Number 4.
They're at the line and ahead by a comfortable margin. Their coach really had them prepared well for this game.
Marv, Doc Rivers has a sharp basketball mind, and as a player, he was as tough as they came. He's made a reputation for himself as a coach who knows how to get his players to overachieve.
Dickau tries the 3, can't hit from downtown. Garnett fights off his man and gets to the miss.
He's winning the hustle points against his man tonight.
Pierce setting up down low, gets 2 with the finger roll. Setting it up on the right. Able to shake loose, Jimmy Jackson. And a timeout is called by the Celtics. Hawks advances the ball. Defended hard by Childress. The two's no good. Jackson with another rebound. Brings it up court. Pierce steals the pass.
He did a nice job of staying in front of his man and forcing a bad pass.
Pierce, played by Childress. Four left on the clock.
Defensive
Pierce
foul.
puts it up. Childress
That's
commits the foul,
personal
his first.
Team foul, number 5. The Hawks are now
Pierce
in the
sinks it
penalty.
from the line. He hits both. He sets up on the right. From in close.
Boston foul to number 41.
Crawford's
James
fouled,
Posey.
and he's being
That's
sent
his
to the
first
line.
Personal. Team
Can't
foul,
hit the
number
first.
3.
Keep them off the glass.
Crawford comes away, missed the tip. Childress with defenders all over him. Crawford's fouled by Pierce.
To number 34, Paul Pierce.
Setting it up on the right. Jackson with the delivery. Puts it down with power.
The Celtics are dominating at both ends of the court. It will take a huge effort to mount a comeback against this team.
Solid defensive play by Dickau. They work it around, trying to find the open shot. Nicely done by Childress, while yet another pass is intercepted.
They need to do a much better job
2
of
minutes
reading the
remaining
defense.
in the second quarter.
Here's Jackson. The fadeaway doesn't go.
Pierce has been a force so far in this game on the defensive boards. His athleticism and his physicalness have really been on display in this game.
Pierce picked up by Childress. 10 seconds showing on the shot clock. Off the mark from the top of the circle.
The defense was almost non-existent during that possession.
That was some weak interior defense by Post. Boston
Timeout
using
for Boston.
shot clock showing 4. Pierce with the shot, can't hit for 2. The feed by Dickau, good for 3.
Childress gets the bucket with the defense right in his face. What a shot.
Come over here, come on.
Let's see how the defense reacts to this matchup. Right now, they're the ones on the wrong side of this mismatch.
Pierce rises up, draws iron and in.
The Celtics are encountering only passive resistance at the offensive end of the floor.
Dickau bringing it up court. Guarded closely by Banks. From the post, can't get it to drop.
Pierce has continued to be very effective rebounding the basketball at the defensive end. An impressive effort.
Now for us. On your right.
11 seconds to go in this quarter. Shot clock is down to 5. 2 seconds. Crawford forces him to hurry. The Celtics go up by 16. The shot clock's been turned off. Dickau fires up the prayer. So the second quarter comes to a close. The Celtics lead by 16.
This has been a blowout so far, and I expect more of the same in the second half.
So do I, Czar. Their opponent has offered very little resistance. Here are the key players at the half. $10 on the shot clock. Given lots of room to shoot by Dickau. Puts it up from the perimeter. Yes!
That's it, boys. Way to go. That's it.
Jackson gets it off. Posey rejects it. What a move! James Posey. Jackson in heavy traffic.
He is shooting under 30% from the field.
Mutombo with the block. Out of bounds on the loose ball.
House wants the ball in the post. His teammates need to get him the ball.
Down to 2. Down to 1. Fires from the perimeter. Doesn't go. Mutombo able to gather in that miss.
Once he establishes his position, it's tough for guys to try to get an advantage on him.
Jackson from close range. Couldn't get it to fall. He got hit. Had to change it up, and it just would not go. Only 5 to get a shot off. House had a rush, gets it to fall from the perimeter. The presence of mind to get that shot up there.
Those are ones you have to live with as a defender. If you can defend him like that and force him to make those tough shots with the shot clock about to go off, you can live with it. He won't be making too many of those.
Jackson pulling up from the perimeter, misfires from 3.
This team is doing the right things on defense.
The shooter was pressured into a tough three-pointer by Posey. Mutombo able to hit from the line. He makes them both. Sets it up. House defended by Dickau. Crawford doesn't take the fake. It's off the mark. He had to let it go.
Good interior defense will help in games.
That was a solid defensive play by Jackson. He elevates. The 2's no good. We're seeing tremendous defensive pressure being applied by Posey. Posey had a hurry. It is no good from downtown. A terrific interception by Childress. He tees it up, doesn't get the long two. Chased down by Crawford. Hits the finger roll. The Celtics.
Boston.
Pierce returns to the floor for the Celtics.
Paul Pierce.
Here's Pierce.
Pierce is shooting under 30% from the floor.
Setting it up. Mutombo lets it go, misses the two. From down low,
Boston continues to make it very difficult for the other team to get offensive rebounds. They're playing some heads-up defense, keeping their bodies between the basket and their man as soon as a shot goes up.
Pierce releasing, comes up empty. He collects the rebound. Sent back by Pierce. Nobody able to come up with that loose ball. 10 seconds showing on the shot clock. Counted for two.
Dickau.
Skip it, skip it.
10 seconds to get a shot off. Shot clock's at 5. Pierce clutch to 5. Crawford gets another ball. Dickau handling. Batted away by Pierce. From underneath.
Let's get another look at that
Chris
play.
Crawford. That's his first personal. Team foul number 1.
Crawford with the foul. That's his first
Paul
personal,
Pierce.
first team foul. Pierce is good on the first. Two for two. Mutombo is charged with the offensive, and that'll be his second
To number
personal.
55, Dikembe Mutombo.
Pierce is met by Childress. Only 5 left on the shot clock. The Celtics have a 24-point lead. Jackson with the ball. Can't find the hole. Mutombo holding to the missed shot and keeps the offensive series alive. He is manhandling his defender out on the floor. The physical intensity And a timeout.
Boston. Into the game for the Celtics, number 5, Kevin Garnett, and number 13, Mike James.
Posey, the little
James
pump fake,
Posey.
the daylight, and he was on his way for that bucket.
Dickau with the notion to fire. The setup by Mutombo.
Open.
4 on the clock. 3 to shoot. 2 to shoot. Tries one from the perimeter. The delivery by James. He was forced into the rush shot by some tight defense, and he was able to drain it. A difficult shot made by Posey. No good from three-point land. From downtown, the 3 is off the mark. Crawford with the jumper. The 2's no good. Patience being shown by the Celtics. He blows the layup.
Mutombo's not allowing the other team to get many second chances. His defensive rebounding has continued to be very impressive.
He puts one up. The 2's no good. James working from the middle. Loose ball, out of bounds. The Celtics are lucky that pass did not get picked off.
They've thrown a number of careless passes, Barb.
House Starling, long distance, misfires from 3.
Jackson used his size to take away the clean look and forced him into that miss.
James charged with the offensive foul, his first personal. Childress shows the spin move. Jumper's off the mark. Jackson from in close. Well, this has been an impressive stretch defensively.
They're challenging shots and making the other team work hard for open looks.
The Celtics want to take some.
You're in his zone.
Into the game for the Celtics, number 45, Rafe LaFrance, and number 11, Marcus Banks.
5 on the shot clock. Banks with 4 to shoot. Finger roll doesn't drop. Dikembe Mutombo throws it down. House tries from downtown, misses the turnaround. He used his length and forced the shooter to shoot it over him. Some good defense played by Jackson. Crawford fires. Can't hit for two. The Celtics passing the ball around the court. The layup doesn't fall. House with the pressure. Jumper doesn't go. He chases it down. House covered by Jackson. House forced into the rushed shot by Childress. We're seeing particularly effective defense being played by Jackson. Dickau, not a lot of space. The hook shot's no good. Brings it up court, sets it up. LaFrance for the three, can't get it to drop.
Mutombo has been a huge presence today on the defensive boards.
Jackson at the rim.
Defensive foul to number 45.
LaFrance commits the foul, his first.
First foul in the
Jackson
final
hits his first.
Shoot, man. You got shooter.
He hits both. The shot clock is off. Clock shows 11 seconds. House with room, able to hit from downtown. Five seconds left in the quarter. So after three, the Celtics lead by 26.
They've dominated this game at both ends of the court.
It would take a major collapse to lose this game. With the foul. That's his second personal. First team foul.
That's his second personal. Team foul number 1.
Here's Johnson. The layup doesn't go. The ball being worked around by Atlanta. Daniels didn't bite on that one. The dish off by Dickau. Drains it from the perimeter. Converts even with the defender coming.
That is a tougher shot than it seems. Oftentimes when a man is running at you, you're worried about the contact. You're rushing your shot. A lot of things go through your head. He didn't let any of that distract him.
The assist by Dickau.
He comes up with another assist. He has really done a nice job of keeping his teammates involved tonight.
Pierce with position. Too much contact. Could not adjust in time to make it fall. Lays it home.
Dickau is showing us a prime example of how to contribute without scoring. He's the playmaker right now, setting his teammates up with some well-placed passes for the assist.
No good from three-point land.
Garnett
From up close, finger rolls it for two. Advances up court. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Dickau with a beautiful assist.
He made eye contact and just put it up there where he knew his guy could get it.
That's one for the highlight reel. Puts down the one-hander. Marquise Daniels. Johnson could have prevented that basket with a foul.
He should have made him earn the 2 points from the line.
Johnson gets it off with 4 left. He doesn't get the bucket. He had to get it off.
Defensive
Dickau made the right decision, but didn't foul him hard enough to prevent the basket.
Second personal. Team foul number 1. Shooting 1 for the Boston Celtics, Mike James.
The Celtics able to take advantage of the three-point play. Johnson challenged by Daniel. The three is off the mark. Setting it up on the right. He crosses and blocks it. Josh Childress. Four to shoot, 3 to get it off. What a look.
Smith made a quick move to get open for the alley-oop. Great job by his teammate to hit him with the pass.
Childress with the rejection. The loose ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Hawks. Perkins posting up, comes up with 2. With the jumper, counted for 2. He is a handful for that defender.
He knows he has the weaker defender guarding him, and he's taking advantage of it.
The pass played perfectly by Johnson.
He's showing us some smart defense. He saw the pass coming and took it away.
No good from straight away. The shot.
To number 2, Joe Johnson.
Daniels is fouled on the shot and heads to the line to shoot 2.
Number 2.
Makes the first. Johnson tries for the angle. Garnett gets whistled for the foul, his second personal. Johnson hits the free throw. He makes them both. Johnson rejects that shot. With the tomahawk, a spectacular finish. James moving inside, misses the 2. Johnson closely guarded. It is good. A three-point play opportunity coming up here.
That's not a good foul, Marv. The shooter was already in motion. There wasn't a chance he would get there in time. He failed to recognize that and committed the foolish foul.
He changes direction. James right at the basket.
Kevin Willis. That's his first personal team foul. Number 3.
Willis with the foul. That's his first personal 13 foul. James can't find the hole. He gets one of two. He shoots, hits the two.
Johnson had the mismatch that time and exploited it for the bucket.
Smith sends it away.
Johnson is getting that look. He's hit 3 in a row. His team will want to continue giving him the ball to really get him going.
Launches from the perimeter. The Celtics are ahead by 18. The three-pointer is good. Johnson answers at the other end. Smith is not buying. The Celtics pass it around, looking for a hole in the defense. 4 on the clock. Clock's at 2. What a play! Joe Johnson, the Celtics, a whistle for the shot clock violation.
They weren't able to handle the other team's defensive pressure.
Johnson surrounded.
They're getting their hot shooter involved every time down at the offensive end, and he's come through.
Daniels looking to hit. The two's no good. The Celtics unable to respond at the other end. Johnson called for stepping out of bounds. Perkins advances the ball. The reach-in committed by Childress. He commits his second.
That's his second personal team foul. Number 4. The Hawks.
Garnett from point-blank range.
Willis made the right decision, Marv. He made sure the offensive player didn't get an easy basket.
They are now in the penalty. It drops. Smith able to grab another ball. Willis bringing it up court. Johnson from the perimeter can't hit from downtown.
Boston continues to do a very good job of crashing the boards at the defensive end.
Knocked away by Childress. Brings it up court. With the pull-up, counted for 2. The Hawks have not performed well.
They may have waited too long to start their run.
Daniels setting it up. Yes, that was a disappointing play on the defensive end.
Where was the help? Someone should have rotated to cut off the penetration.
Johnson tries the jumper, hits for 2. Backing down. Garnett stepped on the line. The three's good from downtown. The Hawks now have the hot hand and have managed to cut the deficit.
They need to move the basketball and play solid defense if they're going to close the gap.
The Celtics trying to find the open man.
Here's that play one more time.
To number 1, Josh Childress.
Childress gets called for the foul and picks up his third. Garnett makes his first. 2 for 2.
Let's see that again from a different angle.
Willis denies him. Smith at the basket gets 2 with the finger roll.
The Hawks haven't given up, but still trail with very little time left in the game.
Childress denies the shot.
2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
With the emphatic dunk, the Hawks are stepping up their play when there's not much time left to complete the comeback.
It will take an incredible finish to overcome the deficit and get the win.
Pierce gets into the paint, flushes it down.
The Hawks still have a chance, but can't allow any more lapses on the defensive end.
Childress with no room to breathe. Childress with his foot over the line. Picked off by Dickau. Hits the finger roll. Garnett from close range. The close one's no good. The strong finish. The Hawks continue the improbable fourth quarter comeback, now down by only 3.
Not what we expected after seeing them fall behind by double digits.
James takes it inside. No good. The contact forced him to adjust his shot, and he couldn't make it stick. Powers it through.
The Hawks are keeping this game close and need some key defensive stops.
It'll be interesting to see if they can complete the improbable comeback. James pulling up from downtown.
The Hawks can't afford to miss any from the line. This is a critical point in the game for them.
Smith is hit on the shot and will head to the line to shoot 2. He gets it to fall. Smith makes both free throws.
Timeout for Boston.
Daniels guarded by Willis. Here's Pierce. Hits from the perimeter.
The Hawks are running out of time. This is a critical possession.
Just over 30 seconds to go in this game. Dickau with the
Turnover. He comes away with that pass. The Celtics have a 2-point lead. The pressure is on to seal the win.
The action controlled around the key. 15 seconds left in the game. Willis with the big play. What a steal.
They have to watch the clock and make sure they get a quality shot.
Hits it for 3.
The Celtics have to score here or they'll lose this game.
They need to keep a close eye on the clock. Down to 5 of the game. For the win.
And a time. Atlanta.
Out of bounds. The officials say it's last touched by the Celtics.
They're going to turn the ball over unless they start making smarter passes.
This game's all wrapped up. The Hawks have picked up the win.
They played solid basketball down the stretch and deserve to come out on top.